Good afternoon. We're back at Salford Lads Club, live at the Lads Club as we call the show. First, before we start, I've got to thank a few people and mention a few exhibitions, shows that are coming up that need mentioning. First off, Lynn, Cullen and Griffiths. Carol and I visited last week. She fed us, didn't clothe us, gave me this wonderful doll and hair products. I'd like to thank Steve Marland. It's his birthday today. Wonderful chap. He does the... Sorry, Steve Marland's birthday. Sorry, distractions in the background there. Steve Marland, birthday boy, does the modern mooch walks. I'd love you to come on the show, Steve. Tell us all about the modernists and the music you do, and have a great birthday.
Happy birthday.
Well done. Margaret Jennings, she's at the Zumba classes. She watches every week. Get wells to Les Holmes. He's not so good. I'd like to wish Dave Hill, we've been pod, he's not been so good, recovering from a hip operation, and also Marie, Mike Duff's missus. It's not all bad news, honestly, it's not. The Illyrian Irvis's Cafe in Eccles, that's opening Saturday. He's asked me to give that a mention. Also, Caroline Jones has asked me to read this out, which I will do. We're looking for women with a Salford connection to be part of a free comedy project to celebrate the centenary. Join us to take part in 8 fun comedy workshops, then a performance on 12th of June at Salford Arts Theatre. To find out more, email wearesalford@gmail.com. Follow her on Instagram, We Are Salford Comedy. Or join the Salford Facebook group. There's a lot, isn't there? Meeting next Monday, the 30th of March, 6 o'clock, the Arts Theatre, Kempsing Walk. And there's an added bonus of free vegetarian food supplied by the wonderful Dave Hill from Leaf Bean Pod. So get down there, I can't miss that one. Round 2. Things coming up this week that I think you should support and get to. The first one is it's called Get in Eccles. Rather rough title, isn't it? But there's 2 days of fun frivolity all around Church Street in Eccles. There'll be events in Eccles Town Hall with BB6 music. There's events in the Lamb Pub, Greek music in the Illyrian Cafe. There's also organ music in Eccles Parish Church and a string quartet, which I think I shall visit with Carl, who do a bit of filming. Salford Reds are playing on Friday versus Halifax Panthers, so they're having a lot of trouble at the moment, Salford Reds. So, you know, if you do support them, like you say you do, go down there and put your bums on seats, buy merchandise from the foundation, they'll be there on the day. Eccles Town Hall have a film club, completely free of charge. That's this Friday. And the film this week is The King's Speech, if you're that way inclined. And Saturday at Salford Museum and Art Gallery, as part of the Salford 100, we've got the 100 narratives. It's all about contemporary artwork with print work, textiles, etc. Not my cup of tea, but you make your mind up and you go. Now the big one. Friday, 10th of April. Make a note in your diaries for this one. You may recall in January, I did an outside talk for the Lads Club called Regent Road. It was a reminiscence of walking down Regent Road, shops, people, events, and I've been asked to do it again on Friday the 10th, indoors, so it won't be as cold. And if you come down, it's free, that's what I'd like to add. Completely free, but please make a donation to the Lads Club. They do need the money, they really do. So if you want to learn about Tony Wilson, Prince Peter, Lobengula, the Christmas Blitz, the King's Cinema, Land Store, there's so much to talk about and show you on the day. So 7 o'clock, Friday 10th of April, come down, support Salford Lads Club, and you can buy me a Guinness. I think that's about it. I'd like to introduce my first guest, the wonderful, the one and only.
Steady on.
I can't make it. It's wonderful, Phill Portus.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
It's my pleasure, Philip.
It was an offer I couldn't refuse.
Well, you know, the check's in the post, as we say. Right. I'd like to know, I know you're a fantastic photographer. Let's get that one nailed. Tell us a little about how you got started in photography, your influences.
Well, I come from Liverpool, as you might guess, and don't hold that against me.
They won't.
And I got my first camera when I was about, I don't know, 10 or something.
Whose was it? Whose was it? Go on.
It was in the shop window, and I saved up my pocket money for a Brownie 127, and I don't know. I just wanted to take images, and my mum was good looking, and so I took photographs of her, and we also had a budgerigar, so the budgerigar got overexposed. And anyway, so I moved on to a Helena 35mm camera, and with a friend of mine, Neil, we used to go to Oulton Park in Cheshire to watch the racing, and I had my little camera there, which I working out how to use. So I got lots of blurred pictures of cars whizzing past. I was trying to develop the panning technique, but anyway, and then I moved on and more cameras and stuff. And I went to University of Manchester to do geology, and so I was always taking photograph slides to look at the places that I'd been to on field trips and things, and I was teaching as well, so I was using the photography to help my lessons. And then I heard about this project in Salford by Diane Bush.
What year was this?
This was 1977. This was
Queen's Jubilee.
And she put an advertisement up in Grassroots Bookshop, an alternative radical bookshop, which I used to go into a lot. And there it was, photographers needed. So I realized I needed something more than just pictures of cliffs and pebbles and things. So I thought I'd move on and take pictures of people and places. And so she didn't tell us, do that and do this. We just got together in the Lasagari pub, just had a little meeting, and my good friend Steve Chapman was there as well. She said, Salford's changing, and we can document this. So go forth and take pictures, basically.
As simple as that.
As simple as that. So out I went, and Steve and I went out. I went out several times. Steve only came out with me one day. And fortunately, we split up, I think, for a while. And we didn't take we took different pictures, apart from one or two. So I was walking around and just taking pictures of the dereliction of the house, the slum clearance, as they called it. And the shops were boarded up on Regent Road. And so that sort of led from one thing to another. We had an exhibition at the
Salford Arts Theatre, the Players.
The Players Theatre on Liverpool Street.
Yeah, Kempsey Walk, Liverpool
and
Street.
And then I was really pleased with that. But then that was it. Nothing was following on from that. The group never met again. And I just sort of continued taking my own photographs of other stuff, demonstrations and bands and jazz. And you say influences. I suppose influences would be people like Cartier-Bresson. I know it's a classic reference, but that was probably one of the early people I would have seen as a photographer. And one of his sayings was the decisive moment. And I think I realized one reason why you had to have a decisive moment, because in the day of film, you only had a few films in your pocket. They were expensive. They took time to develop in the bathroom or in the cellar or wherever I did it. And therefore, your hit rate was good. And I'm not saying I was a great photographer. You just thought about it so much. And some of the pictures that when I was taking in Salford, these pictures, I've got one picture like that, and then another one, and another one, and they're all really good pictures, which I've used in my exhibitions and in my new book, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Let's talk about the Cornerstone exhibition. I love that exhibition. I'm glad to say that you contacted me, and I did help a little bit. It was only a little bit, identifying locations and people. But what I loved was for me initially, it was like going back in time. I knew Salford very well. My family were from Odsall. The demolition, you'd captured it perfectly. And the people in the pubs, the people on Cross Lane Fair. He just brought it back to me so perfectly. I'm so glad that you captured it.
Well,
So glad.
I think looking back at my pictures, I was really drawn to the people, taking pictures of people.
Yeah.
And the kids were playing in the fairground. I could take pictures of kids then, and just people shopping along the dereliction of Regent Road. And it was bizarre. When I look back at the pictures now, you got women looking in totally empty shop windows. And but thanks to you, Tony, that we got this thing going, because in 2012 I went to a lecture with Daniel Meadows. Now he's another sort of influence on my photography, and he was a documentary photographer with Martin Parr. And I went to a talk at the MMU, part of the Red Eye Network, and he was saying he took pictures in Salford and in Manchester, and sadly, like many photographers, including me, we didn't get the names of the people we were taking the pictures of.
Easily done,
So he got an article in the paper, and I thought, well, I can do that. So I literally went home after buying his book, of course, and getting him to sign it.
Of course.
And I wrote to the Manchester Evening News and the Advertiser, the Salford Advertiser. That's what it was called.
It was then, yeah.
And they were really, they like those human interest stories. Photographer seeks people he took 35 years ago, pictures he took. And so all these pictures went up. And there was pictures like this. And I know you can't see them very well, but some of you may have seen them at my exhibitions. And these are two girls which are on the Langworthy estate. And in many cases, I was walking along with my camera, and kids or people would say, well, the kids would say, "Hey, mister, take me a picture." So, okay, so I took the picture of the two girls, and then also a couple of lads as well, these lads. And that arch still exists on the Langworthy estate, but now it's a housing association apartments. I know it's shining there, but never mind. And so these pictures were in the paper, and the very same day the paper went out, probably it went out at lunchtime, and by the tea time I was getting phone calls. And this guy,
Stephen Lord.
This one here, Stephen Lord, he was about 8 there, and he said, I hadn't seen Shameless, that he's an actor in Shameless, and he says, "Oh, hi Phil, what's all these pictures? I'm Stephen Lord." Now I was,
modest, modest.
Which I hadn't seen in the programme, but he said from Shameless, which I'd heard the name, so he said, "Well, come down to the film set and we'll have a chat." So for the first time ever, I got a free lunch. It was really nice meeting Stephen, and we talked around what I'd been doing and what I wanted to do, and he offered to help if he could, and that was really nice. On the picture, the guy with the ice cream, that's his brother, Anthony.
Lovely lad, Anthony.
And Anthony's well known in Salford with
children.
With his youth work, isn't he?
Work,
so he's a really nice guy. So then you were picking that up from the newspapers. You got in touch with me, or I got in touch with you, and you were with Salford Online then.
Then I was, yeah.
And we got some interviews going, and eventually, we got some new pictures of these people. And outside the same arch, which is now a gym, and obviously they're all grown up in their 50s.
The Cornerstone exhibition, that was 2023, was that?
2024.
Was it that late? But that was an incredible exhibition, wasn't it? I know it broke all records.
Well, we had loads of people there. And one of the best parts for me was meeting the people that came along to look at the pictures. They weren't saying, "You're a fantastic photographer." I didn't want that. But they said, "That reminds me where my auntie so-and-so lived, and my uncle lived around the corner."
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
And that was the memory aid that came from all those pictures.
I was particularly pleased when Julie Linney contacted me. So we'd have to show it.
No, it's all right.
The girl on the fairground pictures, as you rightly said, we wouldn't be able to take
No, no.
photographs of children.
No.
But even then, she'd got a very strong face, hadn't she?
Well,
you knew she was like a leader.
When I was going round, I said to the three girls there, "Can you take a picture?" And Julie looked at me, in a way, was, you know, in a very assertive way.
Yeah.
"I don't want any messing. Okay, you can take it." So I just took one picture, and then all those years later, when you found her and we did an interview with her, and I said to Julie, "Let's go near as possible to the Cross Lane fairgrounds site," and I took another picture of her there by some old railings, and she had the same expression on her face, like, "Make me look good."
Yeah, she was a strong woman, wasn't she?
She was
I
great.
I think it'd be. I really
Still is
liked
great,
her.
yeah.
And then you say with Steve Chapman, you worked hand in hand with him.
Well, we taught at the same school in Cheadle. He was teaching art, I was teaching geography and geology, and so he came out with me with one day, and his day's worth of pictures meant that he could have his exhibition last year. And so,
Was there no crossover of photos? Had he not taken the same ones as you?
well, as I said, I think we must have split up. There's only a few which are the same, and which is a great bonus.
Cool.
So the exhibition that we've got now at the Heights, do you want to go on to that?
No, I was going to say about the Cornerstone exhibition. Did you have any particular favourite photographs in that?
Well, I think mine was the same as a lot of other people. It's the pub pictures.
Yeah, that was
In the what was it called?
Bricklayers.
In the Bricklayers, there were two women sitting like Ina Sharples and
those
Minnie
snug.
Caldwell.
Yeah.
That's what everybody referred to, and they're just sitting in the snug.
Yeah.
I'd gone in there with Steve because Steve had taken some pictures
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the other bar as well, and I must have gone into the snug, sat down, and they were just oblivious to me. I just took two pictures, and both of them were really good pictures.
I think they were my favourite photos. I think Steve took the other ones inside the brickies. Was it when in the vault and it's a tip? There's ashtrays everywhere, and the landlady's getting ready for the evening. She's got her hair in rollers, hasn't she?
That's right, yeah.
That is
And that's when the
so-
pub's closed at
3.
3 o'clock,
Yeah.
because we can tell that because we can see the clock
The bar towels.
and the bar towel over the pumps, yeah.
Captured it so perfectly. It's good. But now move on. You've got another exhibition coming up.
Well,
Part of the Salford 100.
It's part of the Salford 100 festival, which and Steve and myself thought we'd get together and do a combined exhibition, since we've had virtually different photographs from the same areas. And so initially, when we found out about it, you arranged so that I could speak to Michelle Lindsay, who was part of the team of the Salford 100. And we talked to her, and she was in agreement, and we found the best place which was available, was the library at the Height.
Would have been nicer. The Lowry, I'd have thought,
Well,
bigger venue, but we can't.
Well, it would have been on
choose,
for a short time,
exactly.
and they would have been more demanding about stuff. We've got quite a free reign at the library, which is very good. So we've arranged with the librarians and the head librarians, people, Hannah, and so it's all organised now. We know what we're doing there, and we're also working with Pendleton Sixth Form College with Kath Stanley, and she runs her A-level photography courses there, upper six and lower
Did
six.
she see the photographs at the Cornerstone?
She saw Steve's photographs, spoke to Steve, and he was quite interested in the students perhaps coming to look at his photographs. But when we decided to have an exhibition, we thought it would be good to involve some younger people. So we're the old geezers, the photographers from '77.
Make way for youth.
And these are the young ones. And it's really good. There's 2 upper 6 photographers that she's chosen to take part in this. Ella Fletcher, who's got a place at Leeds for BA Arts, and Reed Wallace, who's at the Glasgow School of Art, of all places, with a BA Arts. So that's all in the pipeline. And they've got some photographs, and there's part of the library is for the those two students.
Are they all black and white?
No, I'm not sure. I haven't seen all of the pictures. The ones I've seen are black and white. Yeah.
I find them more, enigmatic, more personal.
Well, yeah. So and the sixth form college where Kath teaches, they do all sorts of stuff. They got something at Ordsall Hall, and there's a thing there which is part of the Salford 100 where people have been asked to choose pictures from the archives and write about them. I suppose it's a bit like the exhibition at the art gallery, where people have chosen things.
100 exhibits.
Yeah, so students
Cornerstone are actually doing a very similar thing. They've got an archive of photographs from the 50s when it was a health clinic, and they're asking people to come in and speak about the photos and tell their memories. I love anything like that. They're going back in time and look at the photos.
Well, that's the beauty of photography, because it's a moment captured in
a
50th or 125th of a second. And and usually those pictures tell the story. Now, in the exhibition, I've got some of these pictures I showed you of the then and now pictures. Right. Then of Stephen Lord when he was 8 years old, little whippersnapper, and now as a professional, well-known actor.
Indeed.
And
the two young ladies, didn't one of those going to be quite successful in the legal trade?
Sandra Obuku, she works as an accountant for Lever Brothers.
Right.
And I think she's got a business in Africa as well, but I haven't seen her for quite a few years, so I'm not too sure on the update on that.
How many people in the photographs turned up at Cornerstone? There was about half a dozen, who you captured.
Well, Stephen Lord came along with his wife Elaine Cassidy, and she's a well-known actor. Yeah. The daughter,
she's acting.
She's acting.
The Lord dynasty.
And there was Anthony there, and the rest of the family. There was Julie Linney came along. There was and Darren Robbins. Yeah. And Darren Robbins lived on the other side, just outside here over Regent Park. Yeah. And his mum, called Leela, she started a photography group in the 70s, and she had a range of cameras. Perhaps people donated these to her, and I've got some photographs of Leela showing.
You took one, didn't you, on Regent Road?
Yes.
Leela's on that, captured on it.
Yes.
Yeah. I think it kickstarted it. Yeah.
And one of the pictures is of Leela's son, called Darren. Yeah. And so I've got his story and Leela's story. And so there's quite a few stories in the exhibition in part of the section that I'm doing.
You've also got a book coming out.
And the book.
Plug the book.
I haven't got the book to show you, but it's got, and it would be difficult to show the book like this, but it's a book really about most of the pictures that I've taken from 1977 and updates as well, stuff that we did in 2012 with these rephotographs. There was a photograph of Ash Street looking off Chimley Pot Park, and in 2003, I think, Barbie doll painted the street. Loads of people remember that. They painted it pink, just for a promotion for Barbie doll. It was
an anniversary of the Barbie doll, 50 years or something.
And the reason I was there, I'm into music, as you may know, and play jazz. And my son had an indie band, and he played piano. Though he blames me that in his indie band, he was playing the piano like in a jazzy blues way.
Not very indie, is it?
And it wasn't very indie, no.
Has he forgiven you?
That was Joe, he's in his 40s now. And so we had gone to Salford just to look for some places to take some photographs with his band. And lo and behold, it was a pink street.
Serendipity. So when's the book out? Give the book a massive plug.
It's, as I said, it's Tony has written a foreword to it, a brilliant foreword. I thank him for that. And I've got lots of stories in the back, so I'm hoping to get a proof out perhaps next week.
Brilliant.
And I just need to check being dyslexic, a bit dyslexic, I've got to get the spelling checked and the grammar checked. And my wife Janet, she looks for hidden pronouns which have got no reference to anything, you know. So that'll be all sorted out.
Brilliant.
And I want to be ready for the opening of the 21st. We're going to have a preview on the 20th for invited guests, and the book should be ready then.
Brilliant.
And a friend of mine who was head of jazz music, popular music at Salford University, Robin Dewhurst, is going to be playing jazz piano at the Heights Library. First ever jazz music.
Let's not put you off.
Don't let that put you off. It'll be great. And he's going to play one of my compositions as well.
Proper night out then. Well, I'll be there for that with Carl. We'll be taking photographs and a few interviews.
Good, we'll get the interviews.
And get you even more famous.
Oh, blimey. I don't want to be any more famous.
Phill, thanks ever so much for coming on the show.
And thank you, Tony.
No, the pleasure's ours. We try to help you in any way we will, and we.
And you've always helped me, and Carl, and I've only recently started coming into the Lads Girls Club here, and it's a brilliant place.
It really is.
I want to come in here a lot more times.
Please do. Please do.
Okay. Are you going to offer those pictures of?
Yeah, well spotted. We've been giving people who've been on the show donate things. Now, Phill, I don't know if you make these out, took photographs of Mike Joyce and Andy Rourke. Was it a book signing, a record signing?
They after they'd left.
Did they have their own band?
After they'd left the Smiths, they were putting together a book or a DVD called Being with the Smiths.
All right,
and they were flogging it as HMV.
And you were there.
And I was the only photographer there, and I said, look active, and that's what I got.
So we can have these.
There you go. Yes, you can have those.
So any of you Smiths fans, I know there's a lot of you out there, make us a bid on these. And the money will be split between the local food bank and the Lads Club, who do need money, believe it or not. They always do. So once again, Phill, thanks for coming on.
Right.
Gentlemen.
Thank you, Tony.
It's quite. And now we'll cut to on Saturday. I took two ladies to the youth club, the Lads Club, Bev Jackson and Christine Hyde, when Carl went to Beautiful Mansion and made a short video, which we're about to see now. And it's a beautiful mansion. They've done a great job on it. So can we roll the VT, Carl?
Was that okay?
Brilliant. Brilliant, you see. There's no dead air. There's none of all that. That's the mansion.
Yeah, it looks great. I mean, I remember it when the mine there, and they had the wallpaper.
Wallpaper rolling around. I was there one day.
You keep that.
Oh yeah. Cheers.
If you can get rid of it.
And just get a mic. You're gonna get mic'd up. Okay. Sit down there, kid.
Oh yes, it is. Yeah.
Looking at it, don't worry.
Sitting on it.
Oh, it didn't work too bad.
No.
I was just.
I know. I was only asked yesterday, so this is.
I understand.
I'm being a teacher. Next teacher.
Yep. Hello. Yeah. What I'll do, I'll take photos. I'll put these in an article.
Testing.
So they can be seen.
Testing. 987 42.
I'll make the guy find prices.
Bloody hell, I've gone cold, me.
I have that fit, some women.
I have gone bloody cold. When I was showing people around before, I overheated. Do you know what I mean? I was that excited. Is that Phil's phone? Does he need that?
Yeah. Phill, is that your phone, isn't it?
Yes.
Don't forget we're playing out with jazz at the end. You don't have to stay for it, obviously. We're playing out with you playing jazz at the end.
Great mansion, eh? It's lovely, isn't it? It is lovely. I'm looking forward to going in, I really am.
You're a volunteer.
Yeah. That's a K. That should be a K.
It is okay.
Is it?
I'm fucking
What's the same as your K? Curly K. Where is that? Is that in the garden section?
As soon as that goes, I'll click in there.
Done a good job of that, haven't they?
That one.
Yeah, on that. Perfect. Nope, there's even one.
Who's that? Volunteers. Have you ever show here, have you two?
Can't shut up though, can it?
Self-filtered. Am I taking it?
Very impressive.
And we're back in the room, and I'm glad to say I'm joined by the wonderful Chris Kelly, who is one of the volunteers at the club, and a man who never fails to amuse me.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are a funny man, you know that.
Well, yeah.
How long have you been a volunteer here?
About 2.5 years now, yeah. Yeah, I finished work, well, I'll be 60 in June coming up now. That's the bit where you say you don't look it, Chris.
Is it? All right.
Yeah,
cute,
yeah.
How old?
I'll be 60 in June coming up.
Well, you don't look it.
I finished work a bit earlier than I probably would have liked to have done. Yeah, I had some health issues and so on.
Right.
And I had a bit of surgery, a couple of bits and pieces. And then it was a case of wanting to do something.
Right.
And obviously, I live in Hodsall. I'm from Salford. I'm Salford born and bred. I've lived in Salford all my life.
Where was you born? Was it Adelphi?
I'm from the Adelphi originally, yeah, but like a lot of families like mine, you got shipped out to Little Alton in our case, you know. And did the majority of me growing up there. And then I've lived in, where have I lived? Well, I've lived all over the place. I've lived in Ladywell Flats, I've lived in Hodsall, I've done Ecclesall Road, I lived in Swinton for 10 years.
Is there any reason for all this moving?
Yeah, I tend to not get on with a lot of exes. You know what I mean? I tend to have some failed relationships behind me. Yeah. So
like flicks,
hey, but I came here and I came here and met a couple of the people and got involved and started volunteering.
Yeah.
And initially I started doing the volunteering for the events, really, helping out with events, and it just sort of grown from there. Couple and a half years now, and it's been good for me.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah, people say to you, "Oh, it's good that you're giving something back, Chris." I understand the sentiment behind that, but I feel that the club gives me a lot more than I give them, really, you know. It's been really good for me.
You must have met, well, how many visitors? You must have...
Is that the phone?
Yeah, we'll be cows, that. Is it, ma'am?
We'll be home in an hour.
So, foreign visitors?
Yeah.
Any funny stories? Unfunny?
Loads and loads of stories, I suppose. I mean, foreign visitors... It's amazing, really. They do literally come from all over the world. I mean, just today, as you know, we have our 2 open days, Wednesday and Saturday, for the public. And today I've shown people around from Germany. I've shown a family around from Australia. So it's really...
Is it the Smiths-Morrissey connection?
I would say that most of the foreign visitors are music, Morrissey, the Smiths. Yeah. I would say that most of the foreign visitors... People, other visitors, if you like, they come for lots and lots of reasons. Family history, you know, because the club's well established and the archive's vast. Yeah. We get people coming for the Edwardian architecture and so on. Yeah. But the vast majority, I would say, are Morrissey and Smiths related. Yeah, I mean, some of the stuff that goes on. I mean, I had a lady here a few months ago, a Salford lady. She came in because she knew her dad was a member. And in the archive, you know yourself, Tony, how good the archive is.
Really incredible.
And we found another 5 family members of hers going right back to the club opening that she didn't know were members. So she came for 1 member and went home with 6. So that's really, I find that really rewarding, you know.
Well, I came on Saturday with those 2 ladies. One from Australia, Sydney, the other was from Warrington.
Yeah,
Christine Hyde, and her grandfather was a member here, but she knew nothing apart from that.
Yeah.
So Les straight away went through the archives, found his card, I think from 1910.
Yeah.
He worked on the docks as a checker.
There you go.
There might have been some fiddles, must have been.
Yeah,
must
yeah,
have been, must
yeah.
have been.
He had all the best gear in his house and everything.
Oh, yeah, that's the perk of the job, isn't it? Yeah. And, but his name was on the wall.
Yeah.
And she was, really very emotional, shall we say. And
you get it a lot, and that's really, really rewarding. I mean, I enjoyed the different types of visitors, really. And I think the thing is, when people come in and you get shown round by one of the volunteers, you'll get a different version with every volunteer that takes you round. Yeah. But yeah, the archive and the history, the social history of the place is phenomenal. The weight of the history of the place. There's not many archives like that have been preserved, almost accidentally, really.
Yeah, that's what they were. Have you been on the roof?
Yeah, I've been on the roof. Been up a couple of times now. Yeah,
legally.
Been up legally, completely legally. That was. I'll tell you what.
That was a new experience.
I'll tell you what, Tony. Honestly, it was overwhelming. The first time, about a month ago, Leslie said, "Do you want to come up on the roof, Chris?" And I went right to the highest point where the dome is, a lead dome. And again, if you think about, I mean, have I mentioned I'll be 60 in June?
No.
Well, I'll be 60
what
in
day?
June. Well, June the 14th. Yeah, send me a card.
Oh, well good.
Yeah. But you've been passing the place all your life, haven't you?
Yeah, you don't notice these things, do they?
And you've looked up and you've looked at the club. So to actually get up there I was surprised. It was quite overwhelming, really.
It was rewarding.
It was rewarding as well. And to see the structure of the place close up and graffiti left by the guys who
I was tempted to ask Les, can I put my name on?
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought, shall I ask Leslie? It's too late now because the lead's back on.
Yeah, MUFC had it.
Yeah.
Salford Rules.
Salford Rules, yeah.
Something like that.
But it's interesting as well because the bricks that they're replacing, I mean, the assumption is that all the brick are Accrington brick. Well, some of them, because the names stamped inside, I've got photographs from the Outwood Brick Company, which was at Stoneclough.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah. So I went away and did a bit of research about that. There was a pit there. There was a pit and there was a brickworks.
Quarry, yeah.
Yeah, sort of where Pilk's tiles and everything is now. So a lot of the bricks here were what you'd call, I mean, Accrington's not that far away, but the bricks that came from the Outwood Brick Company at Stoneclough are even more local.
That's a nice bit of research on your part.
Yeah.
Did you get paid for it?
No, I did it all for free and for love. I did it all for love, yeah.
So you should.
Yeah, have I mentioned I'll be 60 in June? Oh, right, well, I'll just make a point of that.
Is it June the 14th?
June the 14th,
I remember that.
Yeah, Mrs. Kelly's youngest.
How many family have you?
Five of us, yeah. Yeah, I'm the youngest, yeah.
That wasn't a big, we had just 5 of us.
Yeah. It was very common, wasn't it?
5,
It was super common, really.
My sister was called Monday, they said call it a day. No, I grew up, was saying, Yankee Park, but there was families with 12, 15 kids.
Yeah.
And it wasn't considered out of the, normal.
No.
Just 5, I've have doubts about my dad, he worked away a lot.
If you think about it, don't you? You think, obviously, going back to your school days, I can't think of any kids really
What school did you go to?
who were an only child.
No,
I finished off at St George's in Wartden.
Right.
But most people were part of a bigger group,
I tell you, I didn't know any families that had one kid.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I can't think of any.
Dear.
There must have been, but there was suppose they were that unusual, and everybody you associated with was families were like gangs, really, weren't they? And gangs were like families.
I believe the Kellys were.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you this question because I was in hysterics, and I was that funny. I forgot his name. I always forget his name. I'm getting the word nonce. What's his name, Carl? The Miss Clinton Baptiste.
Oh, Clinton Baptiste, yeah.
Now, I thought you were funnier than him.
Oh, bloody hell, thanks, Tony. Thanks very much, yeah.
No, I said that for your birthday present.
Yeah, I'll take that.
He was hilarious, wasn't he?
He was really good. He was really good. Thanks very much. Yeah, I mean, I've never done anything like that before. I did it for John Cooper Clarke when he was here.
Clang, go on.
What they call MCing, don't they?
Yeah.
Or, in the old days, you'd be a compere.
Compare, yeah.
And they asked me to do it again for Clinton Baptiste. And there was a support act on before Clinton
Molly
Baptiste.
McGuinness.
That's right, yeah. Thank God you know her name. And so yeah, I did the comparing, if you like, intros, MCing, and I did really enjoyed it.
It was great, honestly. Carl and I were laughing at it.
I got some great feedback. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's good to know.
I was there for the Johnny Clark night. That was quite emotional.
You was here for that, yeah. I've got a cracking picture of me, you, and him in the gym. A cracking picture on my phone. Yeah. I think my missus took it of the three of us together because I used it on one of the things I do here at the club is I don't do all the social media feeds, but I do the X feed, formerly known as Twitter. And I used that picture of me, you, and JCC on our X feed.
Yeah, it was a good day, that one.
It was very good. And he's a geezer, isn't he? John's a geezer.
So down to earth, Broughton, like yourself.
Yeah.
I think his birthday's in June.
He said, when he was here, funny enough, it was my birthday. I might have mentioned it to him. He said, how old are you this time, Chris? And I think I was 58 at that time going on. He said, you sweet young thing. That's what he said to me.
Nice,
I think he was into me a bit, really. I'm not sure.
I'm sure he was. But Clinton Baptiste, though, he was... I would advise anyone go to see him, don't sit on the front rows.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know a lot about him. Which was interesting. And in the concert hall here, when people were coming in, you might remember, the first rows, nobody was sitting in them. And I thought it was this sort of crowd mentality of nobody wanted to sit at the front.
Reserved, weren't they?
They didn't want to sit there for a reason.
Oh, yeah, well,
because they got picked on.
Well, Carl and I were there, obviously, and they put us in the second row.
That's
and
right.
I was saying,
they
no. But we'd met him beforehand. And he was a completely different character.
He was, yeah.
It was like schizophrenic.
That's right. He used our boxing gym here as like the green room or his dressing room, or however you want to describe it. And he was two completely different geezers, wasn't he? the guy before he went into character and Clinton Baptiste were two completely different. He had a go at you about your scarf. He called you Rupert the Bear, but he might have used some swear words.
Rupert said, I'm getting the word hygiene. That's right. Read into that what you will. Hygiene. No. Is there any other gigs coming on?
I don't. Not that I know of. No. I mean, you know, the thing is about events here. If it's safe and legal, you can hire us. And I think a lot of people think we actually put the events on, when really it's the other way around. People
safe and legal.
Safe and legal. That's what I always tell people. If it's safe and legal, you can hire us. You know, so you can't.
I prefer it.
You can't
illegal.
You can't hire us for unsafe and illegal purposes. At the end of the day, we're a kids' club.
Are you going to come to my gig on the 10th?
Where's that?
In here.
What's that? I didn't know about that. What's that? He's dropping it on me here, Carl. He's dropping it.
It's not on your birthday. It's 10th of April.
10th of April.
Remember the outside show talk?
Yeah, of course. We're doing it inside.
But you didn't attend that one either, did you?
Oh, I had pneumonia.
Oh, I was an excuse.
I was in bed with pneumonia. Are you doing it inside?
Inside, yeah.
Oh, brilliant, right. I asked Leslie if we was going to do that because we did that last year with the pubs one, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We did it outside and then inside.
That's right. It was.
Oh, look, I'm glad about that.
It went well. I'm about to say that, aren't I?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it bombed.
Yeah.
But yeah, they'd asked me to do it in the concert room, so you can introduce me.
I will do.
Your stage suit, if you
Of course I will, yeah. I'll put my dicky bow on and all that.
What you want
some kind of bow on my dicky, yeah. see how that goes, see how that pans out.
Yeah, Friday 10th of... I'm looking forward to that, actually.
Friday 10th of... Is that a night? Is that an evening?
7 o'clock.
7 p.m. that, folks, if you're listening and tuning in. 7 p.m, Friday the 10th of April. There's a free plug. You might even get to see me doing some MCing.
I wish you... I honestly hope you come on with it. I'm not introduced. Well, do what you want today. I'm not bothered here in my time alone.
No, it'd be a good event, that. It's all about Regent Road, isn't it, Tony?
Yeah.
And the history and the past and the architecture, the people.
That's why I like to get in on the history talks today. I hate it when... I've been to loads of talks. It's all, in 1295, the apothecaries. And then in the Black Middle Renaissance, I like to read about murderers and fights in pubs and teddy boys slashing seats. And,
it's real, isn't it?
It's real. It is.
Otherwise, it's like, school in the old days where they taught you, or they tried to teach you, a linear amount of dates in 1066. This happened.
What happened in June 14th?
Exactly, yeah. My birthday, I think, 1966.
Kicking the ass out of that one.
Yeah, Mrs. Kelly's youngest. I was actually born in Hope Hospital.
Was you really?
Yeah, out of the 5 of us, the oldest and me, the youngest, were born in hospital, and the other 3 were all born on the you know, kitchen table or a settee or
Reverse with me.
or whatever.
Well, my other brother, 3 older brothers and a younger sister, they were all born in Hope.
Yeah.
Great name for an hospital, isn't it? Hope.
Yeah, not anymore. They don't call it that anymore.
No, it's Hope Road. But I was born at home.
He was born
On the
at
floor,
home.
came out unexpectedly.
Yeah,
There's a coal fire burst into fires and
yeah. Didn't do you any harm, did it?
none
As
whatsoever.
they used to say, didn't do you any
Straight
harm.
out onto a paper round.
Yeah. Oh, paper rounds, they were the thing, weren't they? Wow. Wow. I got beat up once on mine and they took my paper bag off me and set fire to it at the bus stop with all the papers in it. True story, that. Yeah.
Where was that?
On the Manchester Road opposite Little Alton Precinct.
Oh, it's rough up there, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like proper Salford, is
I
it?
mean, what did you do? What could you do? So I went home, and the next thing is Harold, who had the paper shop, was getting hold of my mum saying people are complaining your Christopher's not delivered the papers. So the first thing you did in them days was lie, wasn't it? I have delivered
I
the
still do
papers.
it.
I've delivered the papers. Yes, I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Till in the end, it all came out. But I never grasped up the offenders. But yeah, they smacked me about a bit, took my paper bag off me, and it was going like the clappers at the bus stop. They must have been cold. They probably needed a warm, them lads.
Yeah, you got to.
Probably needed their hands warming a bit.
Yeah, it was high spirits.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah,
High
yeah.
drinks.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
So do you get out for a drink nowadays? Are you still?
I do a little bit, yeah. I do a little bit, not a massive amount.
Where do you go, Brickies?
I like the bricklayers, but I like it of an afternoon when it's quieter. Dare I say, read into that what you like. I like the Union.
Great pub.
I like the Union. I like the Union.
We filmed in
great
there
pub.
last year, the British Legion thing.
Yeah,
But he died, didn't he? With nothing to do with us. The chap who we interviewed is an ex-army man.
yeah.
And he was setting up a standard in there, and one of the owners, I think, died. It used to be Danny Danson, Dick Grayson, didn't it?
Ah, did
He didn't. No, it wasn't Danny. He died a while ago. But
Right.
they had that pub for years.
Oh, they did, yeah.
The one,
Yeah.
great. So you're an Alts's man, aren't you? Then?
I like the Alts's bitter, but
yeah.
I like not the smooth, you know, the proper cask.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the lamb at Eccles.
It's in there
You know,
last
that's
week.
good. I mean, you can get a tram here from Odsall to. That's interesting, isn't it? The tram. They call it Exchange Quay because why did they just call it Odsall Station? Because they're trying to,
Gentrification.
gentrify it and dumb it down, and Exchange Quay they call it. But yeah, you can get the tram at Exchange Quay straight to the Lamb. Go in the Spoons if you want. Have a warm up in there if you're into that. But the Lamb's cracking, isn't
Wonderful
it? The Lamb's
pub,
cracking
wonderful.
pub.
Just been, well, last year they renovated, didn't they?
Done a cracking job of it. Really
And I'm
good.
glad they did it sympathetically.
Got rid of the snooker table though. We've still got ours.
Yeah. Do you know the reason they got rid of that though? I spoke to Andrea, the landlady. The reason it went was because no one was using it. There was about 3 or 4 old chaps and they'd use it weekends and the odd evening. There wasn't even in a snooker league. I don't think any of that exists now.
What a shame.
And it wasn't profitable.
Yeah.
But now I'm not that I've been there, I've seen the video. Sundays and Fridays, it's hammered. Everybody wants to be
Yeah.
famous.
Well, they have.
They need a compare.
They have
though,
singing
really.
on a Sunday afternoon, don't
They
they?
need a compare.
They could do with a compare, couldn't
Someone shy, quiet, and retiring, if you know anyone.
they? Yeah. Last time I went in, it was a Sunday, and they were singing. They were going at it in the snooker room. They do the karaoke.
That's
in,
where they do it,
In
in there,
there,
yeah.
yeah. You know, I like Altzies. I like the. But I like the hand pump bitter. Isn't it funny, really? I think maybe it's an age thing, but I wouldn't give you 2 bob for that 40 years ago. You know, I would have been. I would have
man.
wanted a lager and the strongest on the pump and all that nonsense. And you know, but now I like a nice pint
Bit
of
of beer, man.
cask condition.
Martin goes in the Brickies, doesn't he? One of the volunteers here.
Mark.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with his missus.
Yeah, he
Marie.
does. Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Do you get on with him?
I get on with Mark.
Don't
yeah.
forget it's live.
Oh yeah, no, I get on with Mark. I like Mark. Mark's an interesting guy because he's
Very.
from Yorkshire.
He is, totally.
But he absolutely
Yorkshire.
loves Salford.
Oh, yeah.
And he loves Manchester in the wider picture. He's a great music guy.
He is, yeah. Trade unionist.
Trade unionist.
Ticks
trade
all the box
yeah.
for me, that lad.
He was a strong trade unionist, yeah.
Yeah, he's... when I did that initial talk on the pubs of
Salford.
Odsall, whatever it was,
Odsall, sorry.
I got
of course,
chatting to him the week before and he said, I've written a poem about Salford.
Yeah.
I said, well, get up and do it. I called him the Bards of Batley.
He did that poem and it was brilliant.
was
He
very
did it
good.
outside
Yeah.
when we had that presentation that you did outside, and it was great. And I was just starting to get to know him at the time then, and then since then, you know, we've got a good friendship. Yeah, he's an interesting guy, and when he's showing people around here, I'll often shout out, "Don't listen to him, he's from Yorkshire." But he takes it.
You would.
He takes it in good spirit, you know.
We had Tony Kinsella on. The other
Oh yeah,
experience.
yeah.
He's too shy though, and
He
quiet.
can't shut up, can he? Just can't shut up. He cannot.
Very quiet.
You could put him in a room on his own with just him and himself, and he'd keep himself entertained, wouldn't he, for hours? He'd never get bored listening to himself.
He's quite a talented chap, though, isn't he, with his music?
It's all he tells me. He tells me that all the time. He tells me how talented he is all the time. I've yet to see any evidence of it.
No, I've heard it or seen it.
Yeah. Oh, God bless him. Yeah.
Well, before we start slagging people off on legalities,
Oh, have we got to stop? What a shame.
no, we're going to listen to a bit of jazz. Do you like jazz music?
Is it Cleo Lane, boobie-doobie-doobie-doo, bop, doobie-doobie-doo, bop, bop, or is it Archie Shep and sort of more relaxed?
Well, that man there hiding in the corner,
Phill. Yeah.
Phill, he's actually performing on the video.
Oh, cool. Yeah, very cool.
So, Carl, can we roll the VTR? And I'd just like to say...
Jazz.
Jazz. Nice.
Nice.